I may have fucked up that intro a little bit. May have been on a different screen at first. Not entirely sure. Can't remember. But whatever. All right. Get the music. Cut the music. Cut the fucking music. Get it out of here. All right. We're back. Here I am. What's up? Back with another Worry About It podcast, episode 8. I got all the things right this time. I edited everything before we actually started. So that's cool, because that's also rare of me. So, yeah, I'm just going to go unmute, because we got a lot to talk about. It's been 2 weeks. So we got a good amount to talk about. Oh, the one thing I didn't check was any of the OBS settings. Now I remember. I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, man, I hope all the settings are right. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's in simple mode. All right. Okay. I hope this goes smoothly. Alrighty. Undeafening myself. All right. you guys are the worst. The worst. The worst.
What happened?
Nah, the first thing I'm not even saying it, dude. That's worthy of a ban nowadays. All right. No, so it's been 2 weeks since the last podcast. There's a lot that's happened. Red Dead's come out. Elections have just started. Or elections just happened, sorry.
Shooting happened.
Stop. No, we're not getting depressing.
That's the good news.
No, that's not, Steve. You're fucking depressed as shit. What else? What else we got? Anything else?
That?
There's a massive echo, like from my mic in the stream.
I can hear the stream behind you.
Just you gotta. Oh, what? No, that's you. Yeah, that's you. I don't hear it either. I just tested it. That's all you, Neki. It may be you playing the stream and it's hearing your mic and it's like on a continuous like loop. Oh, today we're still not sponsored because we have 3 viewers, but Yingling Light Lager.
Yeah.
99 calories.
One less viewer.
But yeah, so that's we're not sponsored, but it's a solid beer. It's better than regular Yingling as it's heavier and hurts my stomach more. That's all I got right now. I'm not drinking water, so we're not sponsored by Gordo's right now. So, guys, Ozzy has played Red Dead a lot lately.
Yeah, because played it for a while.
We have Ozzy making a fuckload of noise in the background because he is a piece of shit. What else is there? So, Ozzy, why don't you give us your comprehensive review on Red Dead 2?
Well, I'm not finished with it. I'm on chapter 4, but it's pretty good so far, like, honestly. It's just like it's like playing a Western movie, you know?
A Western movie? Name a Western movie.
Anything with John Wayne in it.
A million ways to die in the West.
It's 100 ways to die. 1,000 ways?
Was it?
Or 100 ways. Or maybe, is it a
100
million?
ways to die in the West.
100 ways to die in the West. I was right.
Dude, I really love the Django Unchained and the Hateful Eight.
I'm really surprised.
Oh, yeah.
since
Forgot about
you guys
Django
said
Unchained.
Western movies, no one brought up fucking John Wayne.
I mean, I went that far, dude. Like, come on. But I guess, yeah, that would be good. And it was that and Magnificent Seven.
Magnificent Seven. Oh, I haven't seen that, but
Yeah, it's really good. It was really good. Like, a lot of action. As the Denzel Washington. But no, like the game's really good. There's a lot of like gameplay mechanics. Like you'll never get bored of it. I guarantee you that.
What,
like,
Red
there's always
Dead?
Something. Yeah. Because like there's a lot of like exploring and there's random shit pop-ups. Like you'll see the KKK. You'll see someone.
Whoa,
yo,
hold up.
don't even mention that in my stream, man.
Yeah.
Ban hammer.
No, but it's funny because like you see them like initiating someone. Like there's a new guy and then they're like, all right, like we'll let him light the torch or light the cross, And then like he sets himself on fire, and everyone just runs away, and then the Grand Wizard. And then like if you just stay there and watch, like the Grand Wizard, he'll come up to you. He's like, "Oh, you just stood there and watched a good man burn." and then at that point, I just like punched him and knocked him out.
Oh my god. I've still yet to play it because Steven's cheap. So fuck you, Steven, if you ever revisit this.
Have to do with you being cheap?
No, I bought what the thing was because you can game share. I bought Black Ops 4 and Fallout 76. He just had to buy Red Dead. Motherfucker still hasn't bought Red Dead.
Sounds like you made a bad deal with an asshole.
Yeah. Neki was supposed to help chime in about Red Dead because he's played it too, but
Where is he?
he literally could have just like I don't know turned his he couldn't put headphones in. That's all like I don't know. He Neki was in here for a short 2 seconds, realized he had an echo and decided to dip.
I think I will jump back.
So maybe he'll jump back in at like 59 minutes or something. We'll see. My ear fucking itches.
It's all karma, but
Yeah, not soon enough, I guess. Dude, I can't. You can't go like start one at like 11 o'clock or something. That ain't primo time. I make a weird face when I fucking itch my ear. I'm like watching the stream as it's happening, and
dude, you got a cute ass face.
so I'm watching myself and dude, my face. So no shave November. It's the one time of the year I actually try to like grow my beard out, which isn't exactly beard. It's like more of like homeless patchiness.
Yeah, that's what I have.
And it's so fucking itchy, man.
Oh yeah, I scratch it.
I scratch it all the time. Though actually, it's not looking too bad. It just needs to maybe come in a little more. But like, I have a patch like underneath my chin right here that doesn't grow anything. But all of November, no shaving. So that's about it. We had elections that happened yesterday, I'm pretty sure, which was
Democrats now control the House.
November 7th.
Democrats. Oh yeah, there's a lot of Democrats.
No, it was November 6th. It was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday? Oh, yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'm just dumb. November 6th. Scratch the 7th and replace it with this. Scratch 7th, replace
You
it with
almost
6.
fucked us. This is the only thing surviving after the incoming nuclear holocaust. You would have fucked us.
It's just, everyone is one day behind because Ethan fucked up the dates. So if we elected on the 7th, that means today we're actually one day ahead.
8th, bro.
Yeah, I know today's 8th. Dude, I've been up for 24 hours straight. All right, chill. My days are like blending together. Dude, you know, so yesterday, you know how I had a test today. And I didn't study for it whatsoever until about 10:30 at night. And I went and bought myself a 12-pack of beer, and I decided to sit down and study. Even though, in hindsight, probably drinking beer wasn't the smartest idea because it also made me tired. But I ended up like drinking till like 5 o'clock in the morning or something. But it was only like a beer an hour or something.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
You guys saying he's back completely threw me off track of where I was going with this statement.
Your dumbass decided to drink beer and study.
Oh,
All night.
I still can't remember. But I forgot where I was going entirely. Basically, my day is blended into one. I'm really tired, and I murdered my test. I absolutely murdered my test.
For the record, I had some audio troubles, but I'm okay now. It's okay, guys. I'm back.
You sure? You on your laptop?
I think what it was I accidentally had like a playback loop of like the actual podcast, so I would speak and then I'd hear myself speak like 15 seconds later.
Oh yeah, if you have a certain sound device activated on your computer, it does that.
Yeah, so I just fixed it. It's okay now. We're okay. Sorry, I missed everything though.
Talking about depressing shit.
I was talking about. No, we're not. We're not talking about depressing shit. We're only talking about.
Red Dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked about Red Dead a little bit.
Because I finished it if you would like a finished person's opinion of the video.
Let's have a finished person's opinion. I have not finished in 8 days ever since the start of November.
Well, I'm just a huge fanboy, obviously. No, well, I actually had a lot of free time before, like when it came out the night of, so I actually did end up finishing. I kind of grinded through it.
I didn't have free time.
We talked about this off camera and how we were just really upset with the reviews that came out for it immediately. I think it was on Metacritic, and the people that were just immediately. Yeah, and I mean it just happens, and you feel like they get a grip on it, and then as the game had been out for only a couple days, I saw reviews from like big timers like Critical and Dungy, and it seemed to nitpick. And my experience with the game was that it was so much fun, and I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to play every single day. Like I didn't get burned out. Like usually I get burned out on games, but I do not. So
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like there's always something happening.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that the Rockstar has done something like incredible, like with the game itself, because it sets a bar for realism, and it also sets a bar for storytelling. Because
feminist box.
Feminist boxing. That's the other thing. It really does, because when you look at it, you look at the achievement this game will probably, the achievement of this game will probably be the technological side of it, as well as just, storytelling and the way that they wrote Red Dead Redemption, 8 years ago, and this game is tying into that game with just perfect synchronization. Like it doesn't miss a beat. Like there are things that are said in this game that was made 8 years later that are relevant in the one made 8 years before. Like it's perfect. It's full circle, and it's really awesome. Go buy it. Go play it.
Go buy it.
Go buy it. Go play it.
It's like the story, like you don't get bored of it.
You don't. I really don't know what people's complaints are. I don't understand it. I think people are upset with the slow pace, and that's funny because it's like westerns are notoriously slow paced.
Yeah, it's not like I feel like if you have because comparing to GTA 5, you have all these. It's a faster paced game because you have all these supercars where you can kind of travel wherever you want really fastly and do whatever you want. While with hey, you're Western, you're grounded to a horse, and horse isn't gonna go 90 miles an hour. What if so?
Hey man,
are they gonna release? Have they said anything about releasing it on PC?
Knowing Rockstar, it won't be for a little bit.
A year after the game or something.
Because it took GTA a year after launch.
It was a year because it came out GTA came out on console and.
It came out on PS3 and then it came out on PS4 and then it came out on PC.
PS4 a year later, and that's when the next console came.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They want to perfect online first. I guarantee you they want to get a handle online before they do any of that. Also, remember how long GTA 4 took to come to PC? I mean, it had to have been 4 or 5 years. It was crazy. It took them forever to get that game to PC.
I was leading that into 90 mile an hour horse mod for Red Dead 2 Online.
The
problem is the map cannot be designed to handle something that fast.
It can't.
Because face it, in GTA 5, there's long stretches and curvy highways because they expected a car. They don't expect you to take a horse at 90 miles per hour by shooting gunpowder up its ass.
Put gunpowder in a horse's ass. That could be.
New mod for your horse.
But there's a lot of gameplay elements, and I can't wait for online, I guess.
Yeah, online's gonna be.
Because they say it's gonna be different than online. It's not gonna be what GTA Online is.
And
then just hopefully play with friends and all that.
So I forgot to copy and paste.
Here's the thing. I'm skeptical about the online part because it's been how long on GTA 5, but yet I don't play that game anymore. But I have it downloaded because this is for a fact how big it is. But I don't play that game anymore because it's full of fucking hackers. Like I'll get on, I'll go like, get weed for my growery that I own through the biker gang DLC.
Yeah, I had that too.
And then like I literally shit you not, I was halfway through delivering, almost back. This guy said get aboard the banana bus. I'm like, what? Suddenly this massive fucking bus teleports in front of me. I'm like, I want to finish this mission. He's like, then die. And then everybody else who was on the server was on that bus, just lit my shit up, and I fucking lost the mission. It's just like, this is why I don't play this. This is fucking retarded.
No, it's yeah, like alright, like GTA Online when it first started, like when it came out, it was pretty good because like there wasn't like honestly there wasn't like a lot of hackers. There wasn't like DLC that incentivizes you to buy microtransactions and stuff.
No, but on GTA now there is. It's just
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now there is, but I'm just saying like back then it wasn't.
Well, we talked about it even. It was just like the grind was really hard on 5 if you wanted to do anything, and their solution was, well, you can pay, you know.
You can buy shark cards. I think I bought one. Yeah. I bought one shark card.
It was like it's $10 for like $1 million, and then that only gets you like barely one card.
Well, the thing is,
because I spent $20 and you only get like 250,000.
No, so what it was back when on PS, because I played it mainly on PS3. I didn't really play it on PS4. But on PS3, when it first came out, you had all these car glitches where you could sit there and you could duplicate your cars over and over and over and over and constantly sell them. So what I did, I did it too, because it's so much fucking work to get all that money to like do stuff, and it's so like.
You do a mission and you get like 30 grand or 18 grand.
Yeah.
And then these cars are like worth like $1 million.
And they take
I remember. Because in that game, I was broke as fuck. Literally, I can help my friend run cocaine from his business because that $30,000 was a lot for me because I was like, I had shit. Well, this guy I played, like, because I'm part of this, I'm still technically part of this group that takes GTA, like, fucking stick up their ass seriousness. But it's still just the fact of, it's hard to get money in that game.
Yeah, dude, like 30 grand is literally like an engine upgrade for your car.
Yeah,
like,
so
I'm not serious.
Yeah, so
like,
what I did was I bought like I think I spent like $20 on like I think it was like $2 million for in shark cards, and I literally took that, bought like an adder, upgraded it all the way, and then just duplicated it over and over and over and over and over, and then I sold all of them. I ended up making like I think. We did it to where I had like 500 million or something like that, and then that money has literally lasted me all of GTA because it even transferred over when I got it for PS4.
No, and then dude, I remember they did a wipe of everyone's money on GTA Online because there was hackers that were giving out like people like so much money.
Which
and I had
they did that.
Yeah.
They did that hack, and then they were like, after they did that, the wipe, they gave everybody something.
They gave everybody 500 grand.
What happened? What confused me was, my buddy, when we were playing on Xbox, suddenly just got like $3 million for some stupid fucking reason. It was like Rockstar congratulates you on XYZ, and it's just like, what?
I don't think I ever got wiped.
Literally, like, everybody out of my friends list just got like a shit ton of money from Rockstar as a gift, and then it's like, oh, Rockstar gives you a gift of like 10 grand. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
No,
because are getting like 6 million.
Because because when I logged on to PS4 for the first time to get all my stuff, I think I was left over with like, I think it was like 30 million on Grand Theft Auto. And I logged in and I had 30 million, so I went when I logged in for the first time, I bought all the new shit. I think I'm down to like 700,000 now or something. To be honest. Yeah. So all right. So actually, the funny thing with GTA 5 is it's kind of the reason that I got my PS4. So when my freshman year of college came around, and I was like, oh, I gotta stop playing video games. Like I gotta focus on college and blah blah blah. And so I was like, hey, let me finish my story. Just don't interrupt. So.
Now Steven joins.
Oh my fuck! No, Steven, Steven, don't even say a fucking word. All right. So, I'm telling the story. I don't want you interrupting my ass. So, I'm sitting here, and so I basically I like, oh, I gotta stop playing video games, and so I go, but then I see the trailer for Black Ops 3, and I'm a COD nerd for Treyarch games, and I sit there and I'm like, oh, I gotta get it. So I had a job at the time, and I also had, made money I made $50 a month from letting this company monitor my TV and my computer. Like so it's this company called Nielsen, and what they do is
Nielsen. Okay, those guys. That's like
they
if you let off with that, I would have understood. But at this point,
yeah,
it's like,
Nielsen.
like
No.
Like this guy's watching SpongeBob.
No, and they monitor your like your internet and your TV to get like ratings on certain things, and it's like they did it to my they did it to my family, and like when they came in and described it, they sit there and they mainly show like the money. They're like, you'll make like this much money if you like, you'll make this much money a month and blah blah blah, and all this stuff. And I was like, cool. And they're like, they made it sound like it's a super simple little fucking box that just monitors your shit. No, this motherfucker is a whole ass like setup on its own. Like, it's all these cables and wires, it's all these boxes. We got so fucking annoyed with it, man. It was so I got rid of it within like, I think it was like 3 months, just because I was so annoyed with how much shit it was. So basically, ad for Black Ops 3 came out. I was like, oh, I gotta get this. I posted my PS3 on Tallahassee Craigslist. Thank God that fucker's gone. So I posted on Craigslist, and I was like selling all my games in my headset. I wish I didn't sell my headset because it still would have worked with PS4. And so I had to buy like a little shitty ass $20 headset when I loved my fucking headset. So basically, I sold the headset and all the games. I was going to sell for around $300 because I had a fuckload of games and a nice ass headset. And I said in the very bottom, I was also like, will trade for PS4. And I was like, I know that one's a long shot. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll see. So first day I get nothing. Second day I get one person from like California that fucking messaged me. Is like, oh, I'll buy it. I just need to PayPal you. And I'm like, I don't fucking believe that shit for 1 second. And then some guy messaged me and goes, I'll trade you my PS4 for your PS3. Me not like thinking thoroughly, like, I'm like, fuck yes. I'm like, oh, there goes Neki. I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah, fuck yes, he goes.
I'm like, fuck yes, I'll go. I'm like, I'll definitely do that. So I texted, I'm like, we talked to the dude. We ended up meeting up, and so my friend Max went with me.
Was it sketchy?
It was kind of sketchy. It wasn't too sketchy. The dude showed up, so I being the white boy I am, I showed up with a Sperry's bag with a PS3 in it and fucking games. Yeah, and so this dude showed up with the PS4 in a drawstring bag. And basically, like, he showed me a video that because he's like, oh, we can like hook it up because we met at McDonald's, and he's like, oh, we can hook it up like in McDonald's to see. I'm like, I don't really want to do that, but he showed me a video and it was dated like literally like to 10 minutes ago, showing it start up, and so I was like, all right, bet. And so I was like not asking any questions. I didn't want to know why he wanted the PS3 for PS4. I wanted to get the PS4 and I wanted to get the fuck out of there. And so I got the PS4, and then so my friend Max Max is like, so exactly why do you want a PS3 instead of a PS4? I'm like, Max, shut the fuck up, let's go. And the guy was like, he's like, I want to hack GTA 5 to give people money in it.
He said that?
Yeah. And Max just went, okay. And we left.
Yeah, I'm done. That's
so that's how I got my PS4. So it had some bugs. And when I say bugs, I don't mean electronical bugs. I mean literal bugs.
yeah.
I had to call an exterminator to my dorm room because there were bugs crawling out of my PS4. I had to take the top off and bug bomb it.
Yeah. You turn on the fans, but like put the fan in reverse in your PS4, just pop a bug bomb. Die, fuckers.
Dude, I would literally like see him like crawling on my desk sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, I remember I got my Xbox One when I graduated high school. It was kind of like a gift to myself for graduation out of my tax returns.
Yeah, you gotta treat yourself, boy.
Well, and then I've always wanted it because, face it, up until like almost the end of my senior year of high school, my most modern piece of gaming was a PlayStation.
PlayStation what?
Cut out. 2?
2. Dose?
Yes.
Dose.
Yeah.
See, I had a PS1, a PS2. I had PS2 up until about 7th grade. and then I got a PS3, and then I had a PS3 until freshman year of college, and then I got a
Uh,
PC about 2 years ago.
I had a PS2 from because my big sister, she bought it, and we had like foster kids come in and out of the house. Um, so like this one kid, he had like a PS1 with him. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? So then he was playing on it. I was like, oh, and then he has like he has a game. It's called it was Grand Theft Auto 2.
Oh
So
my.
then, and then I played it. I was like, dude, what the fuck? And then cause like the camera is bird's eye view, and then
Ooh.
everything's like so pixelated too. And then he's like, dude, what the? It's
I
so
remember
weird.
back in high school, my freshman year, our health teacher didn't have a final, so he's just like, show up, I don't give a shit what you do, just show up and don't break shit. So I bring my old PlayStation 2, and everybody's kind of giggling I have a PlayStation 2. But I brought in this gem of a game that wasn't like big at all, and it was called War of the Monsters. And it was like basically monsters, like 1950s like monsters, like fighting each other, and it was this fun as fuck game. And this other guy brought in a PlayStation 3, and everybody's like, oh, that's so cool. And then people saw me playing this game with my buddy of mine, and we're like, oh fuck this PlayStation 3, I want to go play that shit. And it was just like I walked around from class to class with this like PlayStation 2 Slim and this game from probably like
Slim.
2003.
Oh, dude, fuck the Slim. I hate the Slim.
Dude, the slim. Oh wait, no, I didn't have the
Dude,
slim.
it
I
was-
had the bulky ass motherfucking one.
Yeah,
I had the
that
bulky
was-
ass one too until
that was
it
the better
said it,
one.
until it, I had the bulky ass one too until it was like, this game is not a PlayStation 2 game. Please insert a PlayStation 2 game.
Yeah. No, but the first one I had a bulky one and like that shit. But, like it was always on. Like I leave it on for like days.
That shit slapped.
Because I didn't have a memory card, so I just leave my PlayStation on like all
Are you
day.
kidding me?
Oh, I had
Let me
two
see.
memory cards.
I have my PlayStation Slim right next to me. Hold on.
And then
I have 100. What is this?
and then I think after the bulky one, like I think it broke or something.
I have
And then
two.
we got a PS2 Slim, and then like it would keep freezing, and then like it would just like we had to restart it every time.
I try.
I have two 8 megabyte memory cards, and I laughed because I was the big shot for having two memory cards, and everybody's like, cool.
Oh,
And then
you were
this
that
motherfucker,
kid, yeah.
this motherfucker, I knew. No, it gets even better. Like, oh, I got two memory cards, and so like I would carry around like my private one on one, and I carry around my party stuff on one. And then this other kid walked in. He's like, I have a 128 megabyte memory card, and everybody's just every like 8-year-old like jerking himself off over this card.
Cause that shit's expensive. As
Yeah,
fuck, like,
dude.
At that time.
Dude, that's so funny though. Like, we only had megabytes back then on PS2.
I know.
Like, you need like fucking terabytes now to fucking download games.
Literally, I have a terabyte drive in my computer, and it's not enough.
Yeah.
Same.
That was 2
If you-
terabyte from a PS4.
If you told people in the past, like even just like 5-7 years ago, that 1 terabyte is not gonna be enough room, they'll tell you to go fuck yourself.
Just to think, my PS3 was still only like 320 gigabytes or like 500 gigabytes, something like that. I think it was 320. 320, and I thought that was so much. I thought it was so much fucking space. I was like, holy shit, I got 320 gigabytes to do the fuck I want. And I never even got close to filling all of it. And now it's like, now every single time I want to go download a new fucking game for my PS4, what can go this month?
What's gonna go?
When you want to,
That's why I bought 2 terabyte. Like honestly, I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna be like.
when you want to download Red Dead and
Yeah.
Fallout 76, it's like, what did it cost? Everything but Spider-Man.
Everything must go 6 for Spider-Man.
I don't know. I was laughing because I was having a problem because I had the Xbox One, but I only had the 500 gigabyte version. And my mom was never keen on this thing. And literally, when we were in the town that we live near that has a GameStop, I sat there, I looked at her, and when she was in Walmart, I ran over to the GameStop nearby, and I said, I'm gonna go wander over to GameStop and go look at games. She's like, sure, and she expected me to come back with a game. I come back with an Xbox One box and a copy of Star Wars Battlefront. And she looked at me, looked at the box, looked at me, and said, you're lucky you're lucky you just graduated. I'd fucking have your ass in a noose. I'm like, oh.
Have you seen the video of like the kid that bought the Xbox with like his mom's money?
That was my mom's money though. That was the key.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm just saying, I'm like, this kid bought like a I think it was a PS4 with his mom's money. Like, he went to GameStop, and like he was like, oh, I didn't see the beginning of the video. I just saw him come back in, and she's like, so how much was it? And he's like, oh, 300. So like, she's like, what the fuck? And he's like, Mom, listen.
Oh my god.
No, I never like. I kid you not. My parents would lend me out money, and even at the age of 5, like or 5 to 7, like they gave me $1 to go buy like a thing of candy. I felt bad, like that they even gave me $1.
Oh, yeah.
See, my parents frequently broke my headsets that I had because I would do stuff and I would save up money so I could buy like a good headset. And I always justified them like, you guys would never have to hear my game. It would just be me hearing it. I'm like, so I know it annoys you guys. And then so I would buy headsets and then I would play video games for too long. My parents would get mad and they'd fucking they'd like completely snap my headset. And I'm like, I just bought that with my own money. You're buying me a new one. And
Oh, that wouldn't have flown in my house. They would've told me to go fuck myself.
well, my parents, the first day they'd just be like they'd be so enraged. They're like, fuck your headset. And I'm like, my money. And then so the next day I would talk to them and be like, Ma, like you like that was my like $60 I spent on that, like that I saved up for. And she's like, I'm sorry. And then she's like, all right, go buy a new one, like under $50 or something. And I went to GameStop and I bought like a Red Samurai, which was really good because the ear cups were massive for my stupid fucking fat head. And
remember
everything was good. And I just like, that's the headset I had for the longest time.
I had a Bluetooth for the longest time on PS3. I hated it.
Wireless.
It was wireless, but then like it'll last for like 30 minutes, and then I just have to like leave it plugged in.
No, because I had the Turtle Beaches from like fucking the birth of me when we got an Xbox 360. No, we did have an Xbox 360 because we basically stole it from a family friend of ours because she's like, I'm going off to college, I'm not going to use it. Can you watch it so my parents don't sell it on eBay?
Can you watch it? Yeah, I'll play it every single day.
Oh no, that's what I did. And she eventually finished her degree, did something for like 2 days, and then moved out to Dubai. Where she
Dubai?
teaches class. Yeah, she moved out to Dubai because like they promised her like an absurd amount of money per year, and then plus when she finally quits, they give her like $10,000 for every year she teach.
She has a Lambo by now.
Yeah, no, she's dating somebody. He's not the richest. I think he's from Pakistan, but I don't know. It's ridiculous what they offered her. So she's like, I'd be stupid if I didn't take this.
Plus, you also get to go see Dubai.
Maybe. No,
So-
I don't know, but she's not allowed to mention certain things. She's like, she's like, they're supposed to respect me. Like, she's been told that if she does, she'll get in trouble if like with a student doesn't call her, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
If she doesn't like report them, she'll get in trouble.
Pretty strict over there with school and everything. Hey, yo. What's up to the fourth viewer? I don't know who it is, but thanks. Yeah. It's crazy how game systems have, like, evolved over time. I wonder what the PS5 is going to be like. I wonder when that will come out. That's got to be coming out in, like, the next, like...
PS5, you mean the PS4 Pro Plus?
PS4 Plus Pro Plus Pro. Pro Plus.
Xbox One XXX Porn Edition.
C++. Pornhub comes installed on your Xbox. Pornhub 2. Your Xbox now comes with Alexa 2, Despacito 2.
I hope it comes with like a tablet, like the Switch, so it could be more portable.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I don't know. I don't really like do portable, like I don't really have a reason to like do portable gaming at all. Like I don't know. I just like I don't fly very often. I go to school and I come home. Like, and it's also like if I do go hang out with friends, like I wouldn't be able to use it at work. Like, it's work. Come on. So
I mean, the only thing I do at work, and it kind of pisses my boss, and like it hasn't pissed my bosses off yet. I'll study like between parts because I run parts that can last upwards 20 minutes. I'll just sit there and just like read my books, and my boss will just occasionally look at me and go, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just kind of reading up on some stuff. He's like, okay, and just kind of looks at me and walks away. I'm like, you can't bitch at me because they brought up this. No, like they look at me, and my one boss was about to rip into me for like studying up on stuff, and then my one coworker walked up to my boss and said, "You can't yell at him for studying when that fuckboy you just hired over there has almost taken his hands off 3 times because he's more worried about his Instagram than the fucking job he's working on."
Oof.
And I kind of sat there and giggled a bit because like because this guy has constantly been getting like the good jobs. Like I've had to set up the good jobs for him because they fucking prefer him over anybody else.
Oh,
So
that's
nice
hot.
to see, it's like nice. It was nice to see my fucking coworkers actually back me up for once.
It's very nice of them. Yeah, shout out him. Shout out Steve's coworker. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you'll ever see this,
no,
but
my coworkers
you're
are
loved.
fucking weird because my one coworker, I don't know if I asked you guys this. My one coworker asked me this question: what's the difference between jelly and jam?
You can't jam it. You can't jelly a dick up your ass.
Yeah, he fucking said that to me, and it just caught me completely off guard.
You never heard that?
No.
That's a classic, man.
Yelling at me, yeah.
There's between jelly and jam. Jelly my dick up your ass. Oh, still a child. Still a child.
So fucked.
Dude, I love that.
Love that joke. It's a good old classic. That's like the original. I mean, if you get ligma and stuff like that, it's just like a farther stemmed from that. You know.
And then he's like, you know, we were talking about something like a surprise, cause like we were my bosses said they had a surprise for us, which was basically just like they were hosting a party because we've been working overtime for the past 2 weeks. So they gave us like an hour lunch and got us pizza and shit. And so, but he's like, I wonder what the surprise is. He's like, I don't know, but did you know it's not rape if you surprise him? I'm like, I don't think that's how it works. He's like, yeah.
What?
And then my one coworker, the same coworker, like a different coworker, came over and asked me. He's like, "Do your cows like how long do they like
Oh my
drink
lord.
from the tit?" I'm like, "Well, the calves don't drink. We give them." So he's like, "Oh, I did this one woman who had like a 2-year-old that she still breastfeeds. Nice though. Got to suck on her titties." I'm like, "God, why?"
Jesus.
Yeah, no. And then he has an RV he called the Shaggin' Wagon. He's like, I brought the Shaggin' Wagon today. I'm selling the Shaggin' Wagon. Everybody's like, no, not the Shaggin' Wagon.
That's what I called. My dad had a very old, or it wasn't old, but it was a '97 Ford Windstar, and you could remove the back seats out of it. Except it was the most fucking painful, like thing you could ever do, because my dad always made me do it. And what you had to do was you'd have to go in through, you'd have to open the trunk, you'd have to climb in through the back, and it had these 2 levers on like each side of the seat's legs, and you'd have to lift them up, and then it would unhook the chair, and then you'd have to unhook it from the front, so you couldn't like do it smoothly, so you'd have to do this like jerking motion where you like just gotta use like gravity and physics to just lift it out of its spot. So I had to do that, and then you got to fold it down, and then you somehow got to carry it out of the back of the car by yourself. And my dad never helped me. I always did it by myself, and it sucked. Then I'd have to put it back in like a day later. We called it the Shaggin' Wagon because it was just old. We called it the Swag Wagon. That's what we called it.
Swag wagon.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Steve's golf ball.
Fuck you. This is really hurting.
You ever tried teeing it off?
No, I'm not gonna sit there, separate my ass, and have someone tee off a fucking hemorrhoid.
What is a hemorrhoid exactly?
Oh, you have a hemorrhoid? That's what it is?
A hemorrhoid is what happens when you're basically constipated, you try to shit too hard, and your intestines like kind of come out of your ass.
Ooh, just shove those
So it's
babies
like-
back up in there.
No, but it's like
Oh, it's like a
it doesn't
blood
come
vessel.
completely out. It doesn't come completely out. It like shoves like around the skin of your anus and like makes that expand. It fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait a fucking minute. That is disgusting. Absolutely gross. I wonder where Nicky went, because I also wanted to bring up the elections, and he's balls deep in politics. So,
Oh god.
did you look up pictures of hemorrhoids?
Oh, training during bowel movements, obesity, or pregnancy.
I've never had a hemorrhoid.
It's swollen and inflamed the vein.
It fucking hurts.
What do you have to do?
This,
What do you
like,
do to have to like cure it? I guess.
Medical professional.
creams and shit. Like my mom gave. I've had this issue before, but just nowhere near as bad. But it's just like you just put this cream on it,
Yeah, hemorrhoid cream. Just
and
pill, I
then
think.
but like there's one cream that you can put on that just relieves the pain that you can just buy like over the counter. But I'm going to my doctors to get one prescribed, which will actually like help cure it, not just help the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is like
you
I don't
go
want to
to-
go to I don't want to go to the doctor have my doctor look at my ass. But frankly, it hurts so much I don't fucking mind at this point.
Dude, I had the doctor look at my testicles. Like, come on.
Yeah, dude. They always test my testicle.
They-
The real doctor comes in.
Yeah, but you know
when
I'm
the
not-
doctor's giving you a prostate exam and both his hands are on your shoulders.
when you're getting a prostate exam and the doctor knocks on the door like I'm coming in. I'm Doctor. Doctor heavy Indian accent. I'm Doctor. Baba.
That's not racist at all. Fuckers.
Yeah, it's not racist. It's stereotype, dude.
Stereotype. Oh my god.
Everyone likes a good stereotype.
Everyone.
Damn these. Fuck.
So what else has happened in the past 2 weeks? We're not talking about the shootings. Not talking about them. I didn't vote either. I didn't get my absentee ballot.
I
I'm
almost
not
couldn't vote.
That's why. And I don't give a shit either.
I did not get my absentee ballot in time.
No. What happened was for me. What was it? So, the power went out because of a massive windstorm. And as a result, they almost ran out of emergency election ballots where I live, and so I got the last ballot. And this old woman said, "Well, can you give it to me, sweetie?" I'm like, "Huh, no."
No. Have you ever seen that commercial about the old people? It's like, you guys won't vote, but we will.
Yeah, don't vote. We'll vote.
Yeah. Suck our ass. Young people are taking this shit over.
This is the future, old man.
This is the future, old man.
Yeah, I think anything I can't think it's been 2 weeks and I was like, I could have sworn I had better information about stuff that's happened. Unfortunately, there was a shooting in. All right, we're bringing up shootings. There's a shooting in where I live too, in Tallahassee. Yeah, there was a guy. Hold on, let me explain the Tallahassee one first.
Fuck you in Tallahassee.
In Tallahassee, a guy went into a yoga studio and shot. I think it was one or two were dead, and then a couple were fatally injured, or were not fatally. That would mean dead.
A yoga studio?
Yeah, he just shot up. He went to a yoga studio, was acting suspicious, and shot it up.
And he's still alive, or?
No, he killed himself right after.
Dude, I don't get this shit.
And then California's today was where was it at?
It was in something called the 11's bar, and no, I forget.
Oh, in a
it was
bar.
in 1,000. It was in 1,000-year. It was called the 1,000-year bar, I think. But 12 ended up dying, including a state patrol officer who went in and tried to help.
I did see the state patrol. I did see the sheriff.
It was the sheriff. The state patrol officer pulled him out, but he died later in the hospital.
Oh, that sucks.
Shit sucks.
It's like, yeah, it's like now you gotta buy a freaking body armor everywhere you
It's
go.
have you seen the fucking meme where it's like when you graduate from your school in the U.S. and
Yeah, and then they throw up all
flak
the body
jackets?
armor. Yeah. I saw that on Snapchat. I was
Like everybody, I have a few friends who live who don't live in the United States, and they sent me this, and they're like, is this like a true meme? I'm like, sadly, yes. And they're just like,
yeah.
oh, they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, no, that's not a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, I told my teacher if there was ever a shooting at our high school, the first thing I'm doing is shutting the door behind me, and I'm gonna go fuck someone up, because I'm dying either way.
It's stupid how it just sucks how much you're dealing with this.
It sucks how it is.
How often it's happening. Because it's
now you have to worry about shootings, you know?
you can't even go have fun out at a bar. Or you can't even go do yoga without having to worry about being shot.
Without having to get your flak jacket. I'm going out, Dad. Do you have your flak jacket? No, it doesn't look sexy. I don't give a shit. Those boys carry guns.
Yeah, your Kevlar. Yeah.
Remember, the one carrying the 44, marry him. But what if he shoots me? I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
it's just fucked up how much shit.
I think now kids are having bulletproof backpacks.
Honestly, that should be an invention.
Yeah, but you know how much fucking Kevlar costs?
Yeah. It costs and it's gonna be heavy soon.
Yeah, and I hate having a heavy backpack.
No, because Kevlar is a mix of silk and other materials.
Dude, I hate having a heavy backpack. I purposely don't put shit in my backpack just because I hate having a heavy backpack. Lately, I used to bring my laptop to school and my two sketchbooks, and my laptop charger and things like that, because I would have a class from 12:30 to 1:45. Then my next class was at 3:35, so I would sit around and watch Netflix. And then I got to the point where fuck that. I'd go home in between my two classes, and even though it wastes more gas, and go home and then chill out for an hour and then go right back to school. Also, I get better parking when I leave I gotta park in a real shitty parking spot when I go to school at 12. But I get a good parking spot when I go to school at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so I go an hour early, so you get like a park.
I go to school half an hour early just because the Wi-Fi is better than my house, and it's like, I have a great place to park. I can get in class early. I can be a good student because my teacher even says if you come to class early and consistently, I'll give you extra bonus points. Like how much? He's like, you could skip one of my papers and still pass if you just attend class. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Well, aren't you also a freshman?
No, this is my sophomore year.
Sophomore. I was about to say fresh. Well,
Oh, damn, sophomore.
freshman and sophomore year kind of fucking matter to me.
I don't know. My senior year was like, my teachers didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't have teachers like that.
I had some, but it was more like freshman and sophomore year of college. It was just like stupid, boring classes. Like I was talking to my girlfriend about this today. I was like, they should really fucking change like the base like classes you have to take for like
I don't know,
college.
I remember when I first told because for a while I was like, oh, I went to a career center. Why would I ever need to worry about going to college? And now after doing my career, like the thing I went to my career center for like 2 years, it's like, God, this fucking sucks. And I said I was going to go to community college because, I really didn't apply for anything in my senior year because, that career center is going to get me all the way through. Yeah, no, that's a fucking joke. But, I told my dad, the price, and it was relatively cheap. It was only $3,000 a semester. And my dad's like, that's fucking ludicrous. I'm like, no, it really fucking isn't.
For a university, is that for
for Kent, if you know what that place is.
Yeah, I know what Kent is. Kent State?
Yep.
Yeah, see, I went from community college.
To a local branch.
Yeah. I went to community college, and it was about $1,000 a semester. And now I'm at a university, and it's about $3,000 a semester.
Oh, damn.
I take out loans every single year for it.
How many classes do you take?
4.
They have this. For us, they have a payment system where you can the school pay for it, and then you just pay back the school by the end of the semester. So I worked through, and I ended up getting the $3,000 I needed and paid them off between what I worked in the summer and the sum I worked for in between.
Yeah.
See, if you do that at my university, it ends up being more expensive to do the payment plan.
But it's at the same time.
Mine is
If you paid per semester, how many classes can you take?
Me?
Or Ethan?
What do you mean? I can take I can take up to 18 hours, but I only choose to do 4 because all my classes are 3 hours long. So I just choose to do 4 classes. Yeah. So all my I'm saying, so my classes are all 2 credits, so Steve's saying 18 hours. I'm saying credits. All my classes are about 2 credits, except my Spanish class next semester will be 3 credits. So you can only take up to 18 credit hours, I believe. So I only take 12 credit hours because my classes are all 3 hours long. They're all art classes, so they're it takes a lot of my day. But my loan is $2,000. It's $2,750, and so then that way my class is just my parents only really have to pay about 200 something at the beginning of the semester, and you get 2 weeks into school to pay them off. I think to pay your tuition. So it's not too bad, but it is. Plus, but with a university and stuff, it's I'm paying for football tickets, basketball tickets, rec centers, all this gyms we have, all this different stuff. And so when I was at community college, I'm literally just paying for class.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's because not everybody's gonna go to a basketball.
Yeah.
Football game.
Yeah, but it's still because it just has to pay for them, But because we're always our tickets are free. Our tickets aren't at the moment they're free, but you pay for them in your tuition. So it's
Don't you get into movies for free, or is it's just lower?
Movies? Oh no, we get we have a bowling alley which costs I think it's $3 for students. And then movies, I think, are free. We also have like our massive ass library. We have 2 massive ass libraries actually. What else? Massive. Oh, like the cafeteria. The union that we have. Our student union, which has a bunch of restaurants in it.
I mean, we have a student union, but it just comes with restaurants, just like the one cafe the school has.
Yeah. Ours is like we have the cafe, which is called where like it's the school makes and serves food, and then we have the union, which is where it's like Subway, Four Rivers, what else? Einstein's. That's all I can think of right now. They're redoing the unions, so everything has pretty much closed down, which is kind of depressing because I used to go like if I had like a long break and I was like, because I don't eat lunch, but if I got like really hungry for some reason, I would go like buy Subway. But Subway's not there.
It's no Subway.
Yeah.
No.
Got
My life is over. There's no Subway.
got taken down, which is real depressing.
I don't know. I went to my buddy's university recently. That
Ohio.
was fun because what?
Is it Ohio State?
No, it was Tiffin.
All right, continue.
But it was just nice because the fact that I've gone to just a close by college, and it was just nice to get the fuck out of away from my family, sit and talk to friends. And literally, we did the whole time was listen to my one friend. What was it? It was one friend bitch about a Mustang. And then we went to go get me some Magic the Gathering cards because I've been wanting to play for a while because I used to be really into it. And then we never ended up playing because then we went and watched a League of Legends college tournament down at their esports arena. And then one got plastered with them afterwards because they lost.
Classic. Damn. I wish my school had like esports. I'm sure if I like looked it up, I'm sure.
My one buddy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember you telling us that. But like, I'm sure there's like got to be clubs for that or something in my school.
There's clubs, but he got paid. He got paid to do it.
Yeah, I'm very much not involved in my school at all. Like, I don't do intramurals. I don't do clubs. I'm not in like shit.
I occasionally talk to my prof and help my bio prof out by bringing her stuff from my farm, whether it be like fecal samples or like hair samples or whatever for my cows.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, just bring me a bag of shit. I'm like, why? She's like, I want to talk to them about methane production. I'm like, neat.
Everyone take a bite.
Neat.
So I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I'd help her out, or I'll get her like. One time she's like, if you can you bring me an entire animal? I'm like, I mean, I can, but it's gonna be a bitch.
You want me to just lug it through school all day? Steve's got that dead cow on his back, just dragging it around the entire day.
No, she she wanted it alive, but she was like, I would literally have enough time to run home, hook up the trailer to the truck, throw an animal on there. Or the other option was to literally grab a calf, throw it in my backseat, and literally just have a calf follow me around all school all day.
This is my service calf. It's registered and everything.
Her name's Shelly. She's a bit shy, but
Her name would be Odyssey, actually. That's the name of my calf.
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Shorthorn Odyssey. Her mother is Twilight the Lights Out. But her official name is only Out because Twilight was her father's name and Lights was her mother's.
My fucking butt hurts from sitting in my chair.
Dude, I want to hear about anything about butthurt.
Well, I got a second butthole, so.
Oh yeah, this guy is a fucking.
My butthole's essentially a golf ball.
Yeah, I got a fucking softball removed from my butt, so.
Well, that was your own fault. You pushed a softball up there. I told you not to do it.
No, that was the size of the cyst I had. And then my fucking doctor came over for 100 days straight, and she fucking fixed me up, and every day wanted to take a fucking picture of it. And I was like, no, not one bit.
Fuck me.
Like I do not want to see my hairy ass in the flesh inside of it.
I bet she takes pictures of like all her patients.
Dude, she always wants people to take pictures of it to see like the growth over 100 days, and I'm like, no. I'm like, just let that fucker heal. Stop. Stop. Get some help.
Get some help.
Stop it.
She's like, oh, people do it all the time. They're like, they love to see how it comes back. I'm like, I don't. I'm like, I just want it to get better. I want to sit normally again.
I want to sit normal.
I couldn't. I had to like slowly move because it would just hurt too much.
Okay, I
And
feel like at this point the podcast is literally talking about bodily functions. Have we caught an hour yet?
We're at 54 minutes, but
God damn it.
we can cut it right now. Neki left halfway through because he's a piece of shit, and I don't know what he was dealing with. His mom probably told him to get off.
2 seconds.
Steven showed 2 seconds, told him to fuck off, and really shat on him. And we got it to a max of 5 viewers. So that was cool.
This game.
Fuck you, Steven.
So that was cool. Alrighty, guys. That was fun. See you in another 2 weeks or week or whenever we decide to do it again. You know,
Whatever the fuck.
just whenever.
Finally decide to show up, or Ethan gets pissed off enough, and I feel sad for Ethan, so we actually do it.
Oof.
Yeah. What these fuckers always? I'm like, oh, yo, let's do podcasts. Like, oh, yeah. And then it's like, and then I'm like, oh, yo, so podcast, and it's like, I'm like, fine, I'll fucking talk to myself for the next hour. I do that in Call of Duty enough.
What?
Well, I've been streaming Call of Duty lately, and I sit there and I just fucking commentate over my entire game as I play. Cause like the thing is with like streaming, you have to like, no one's just gonna watch you sit there and play a game when there's like other people who actually have like high quality streams where it's like they talk and interact and things like that. So you have to like even if you have like barely any viewers, you have to constantly be talking and like doing something because people's fucking attention spans nowadays are so small that they just like they'll come in for a second, realize like you're not doing something, and they'll leave. That's how like I watched a fifth viewer come in, and so like we got to 4, and then the 4th stayed for a while, which I don't know if that was maybe one of my friends, but and then the 5th came in, and it was like he was literally in here for maybe like 10 seconds.
That's probably Steven.
Like, yeah, it's just like people have such short attention spans nowadays. Like people decide within seconds if they like your stream or not.
Let me just make sure. You're not streaming anymore, right? This isn't gonna be like a whole ruining your fucking Twitch career in like 12 seconds, isn't it?
What? No, I'm still streaming, but it's like that's just I've actually heard like other people talk about that. Like that's like a real thing like nowadays. Like people's like with streaming, like people within a split second will decide whether like it's not all people. I'm not generalizing all people. I'm just saying that some people have very small attention spans and they come in within 2 seconds and they decide whether they like your stream or not. I've done it to people. I've gone on to a random dude's stream and like it was just boring. Like, and so I just exited off within seconds. So, all right, that's it. I'm ending it there. All right, we'll see you next time in another like 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, weeks. Smell you later. Shut up. I gotta stop it on silence.